just flying into Monaco for the very first crypto conference here. I'm not only visiting, but I'm also speaking. Come with us, it's gonna be a crazy vlog.
I mean, it's the biggest conference in Monaco.
The one and only.
Monaco is European capital of wealth.
We need to start getting out to where the older money is.
So the US is actually behind still, and the EU has the opportunity to continue leading the way a bit.
I see Bitcoin as a $1 million asset.
Now crypto is booming and booming.
There's as much as $100 trillion of tokenization coming to the market in the next 6 to 9 months.
If they don't know about crypto, they're not the right wealth manager.
I just want to say how happy I am to see so many of you coming out here. One of the first major crypto conferences in Monaco.
I'm here in front of the casino in Monte Carlo in the heart of Monaco. You see supercars all around the place, yachts, beautiful buildings. I can tell you this place is nothing like Dubai. It's Dubai on steroids. But this is old money. And we know for a fact that old money does not always like crypto. So we came out for the very first crypto conference here in Monaco. We're gonna check it out. It's just on the opposite side. Come with us. So the event is held at the One, and as we walk from the casino, you see all the cars out here as well. You see a Urus, you see the Porsche, you see the Mercedes, you see an AMG, you see the G-Wagon, you see the Bentley. Like, cars are completely on a different level. You thought Dubai was crazy? I mean, come out here in Monaco and you will find out. This episode is actually brought to you by 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙, and we're actually using it. This episode is brought to you by 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙, the affordable eSIM data solution for international travel made by the team behind NordVPN. Whether you're in Europe, the US, or hopping between countries, 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙 keeps you connected without insane roaming fees. No physical SIMs, no delays, just fast and secure data wherever you go. Check the links in the description. What you see immediately in Monaco is that it's really old money, and in a good way. I'm saying it in a good way. So you see people are nice, everybody's not flashy, but you see everybody's rich, you know, and this is interesting. So here is going to be the first crypto conference. I'm actually very impressed that they host a crypto conference here in Monaco for the very first time. So we're just going to go and check it out and see how it is. So this is the very first crypto conference here in Monaco, Waib Summit. There is a room back there and there is a stage as well. And if you look here, same thing. There is exhibitors, there's a VIP area. Let's go and see what people are building. We have seen in other conferences how innovative Web3 teams can be. So my first thought was the builders who are making things happen in this space. What are you building? Are you building this robot?
Yeah, we Unity Robotics, we built the robot dog. Yeah.
We are building a 𝗪𝗘𝗙𝗪 protocol, and we tokenize real objects like your watches, your diamond if you have, like your clothes, painting. We can do everything.
So we are from the 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. It's a leading Monaco media company. We were the owners of Forbes Monaco, and now we launched our own media.
What are you guys building?
We're actually a layer one software fork of Bitcoin.
We're building an all-in-one crypto gaming platform, NFT marketplace, NFT launchpad, gaming platform with buy-in tournaments, 1v1 battles.
We are building a new solutions for community engagement. It's a new way to give rewards to people. It's through an identity wallet.
I asked them why they thought it was important to have a crypto conference in Monaco. Like, why did you come for the first crypto conference in Monaco?
I mean, it's the biggest conference in Monaco.
The one and only.
The one and only, yeah.
What do you think about the conference?
Pretty good. I met a lot of projects, KOLs, clients, even users. Because normally during events you don't get users that much, but this time we actually got a lot of users asking for like a platform.
Because I'm sure that now crypto is, you know, booming and booming, and I mean more and more people have to be more aware about all these kind of things. So that's why we are here.
What do you think? What's the general perception of people, high net worth individuals, old money? What's their perception of crypto and Bitcoin?
If to speak about Monaco, a lot of them, they are more conservative. So they believe in very, you know, traditional assets, and if we are speaking about crypto, only Bitcoin, and that's all. So they don't invest in like altcoins or something like that. They have crypto, but it's just Bitcoin.
Monaco is European capital of
wealth, so to say.
Do you think it's important for old money to start moving into crypto and that crypto conferences to appear places like Monaco?
Yeah, Monaco is great, but also like there's a lot of not clear around regulation here, so that needs to be done more. There's some of the big crypto companies I work closely with are scared to even market here because they don't have any regulation. So in that way, I think there's good opportunity here. But yes, there's a lot of money here, and having something like crypto come in, give exposure to these old people would be great for sure. I mean, eventually, sooner or later, the old people will need to come into crypto one way or the other. And people who live in Monaco have wealth managers whose job really is at this point to manage. And if they don't know about crypto, they're not the right wealth manager.
There are lots of events that are mixing AI and Web3 technologies. The first time that we felt that it makes sense to be part of that kind of event.
Why did you decide to come out here at the first Crypto AI conference in Monaco?
We believe that for our robot dog and the humanoids is more related with AI and the Waib Summit.
While talking with builders and investors at the conference, I also asked whether they're feeling bullish or bearish in the coming 12 months, and if they believe we're heading in the right direction.
What do you think? Is there a bull market happening very soon, or Bitcoin going to the moon, or what's going to happen?
Always hard to say, you know. If I was sure, it would be easy, but I think in 3-4 months we could expect a bull market, I think.
Next is going to be 130K, and then I think 200 plus. Yeah, and then yeah, we're going to see from there. Moon, let's go.
150.
Where do you think Bitcoin headed next? 12 to 18 months?
It's very hard to predict the price. Where is it going? You know, it's not that easy to give. But you can always connect the dots while looking back. And what we see when we look back is that it's always going up over time. So, you know, I see Bitcoin as a $1 million asset. If it happens in 18 months, or if it happens in 36 months, I don't know. But I'm confident Bitcoin is a $1 million asset, and I'm a long-term player. I think in 10-year cycles. So I'm not trying to sell my Bitcoin anytime soon, and I'm holding on for the long term.
But this place is not only about builders and exhibitors, but also about speakers and attendees. So we're gonna go look around and see if I can find some familiar faces. Come. How's it going? Nice seeing you as always.
Good to see you.
What do you think about the space? What's happening? We got altcoins bleeding, Bitcoin going up.
So what we're looking at right now is a major shakeout. Every institution is stacking. Every time we sell at these low prices, where are those coins going? They're not going back into the exchange, buddy. They're being sent to these institutions. They're taking them off chain. They're putting them in their wallets. What are they waiting for?
What are they waiting for?
I would assume that there's as much as $100 trillion of tokenization coming to the market in the next 6 to 9 months. And I think that's pretty significant because today, if you just look at an aggregator, the whole industry is $3.5 trillion. What happens when we 30, 40x these charts with inflows that exceed the entire market capitalization of the industry? I think it'll be pretty hard to do your analysis when you're reading a $500,000 Bitcoin chart.
Old money doesn't always like Bitcoin, but that kind of changes now. What do you think?
So in Monaco, the administration of paper shares costs hundreds of billions of dollars a year. Just going on chain with smart contracts and having an end-to-end digital workflow to represent ownership and transfer management of your assets is what Monaco could benefit from. Also, a lot of places could benefit. New York, anywhere where it takes 6 to 8 weeks right now to onboard a corporate entity, verify that they could participate in a transaction, and then settle the transaction. Dude, blockchain's going to reduce that 6 to 8 week process to maybe 30 minutes if everybody's at their computer when the KYC links go out. That's game changing.
Where do you see Bitcoin next 12 months?
So I think we're going to go up to 150, chop a bit while people start to feel out the market. But 500,000 is not far away. Could see 500,000 in the next 12 months. And anybody who doesn't have Bitcoin yet, I'm going to feel pretty awkward.
Mitch, my brother.
My guy.
Always nice seeing you.
Good to see you as well.
How come that you come out to Monaco and sponsor one of the first and major crypto conferences? Why is that?
I'd say, we're always sponsoring new events, as you know. And this one in particular, being the first of its kind and having one in Monaco especially, it was kind of like a no-brainer for us. So we hope to do many more here. It's an amazing place, great crypto scene, so we hope to continue it.
What do you think about the conference itself?
I think it's been a pretty good conference overall. Met a lot of really cool people, some founders, some people like yourself. I mean, obviously we know each other, but just some really cool people overall, awesome conversations going on, so can't really complain. So it's been a success, I feel like.
Incredible. What do you think about this space? How do you see, the space evolving? Are we going to a good direction, bad direction, bear market, bull market?
I think overall we're in a really great direction right now. Obviously, we're at all-time highs, so you never know when we get to these levels, and I think the future is bright overall.
Incredible. Where do you see Bitcoin next 12 to 18 months?
Ooh, I think 12 to 18 months. I think we hit 200K. I think in 18 months we hit 200K. I like to think so.
What do you think about a crypto conference coming here to Monaco?
I think it's very good because Monaco was very old school for a long time, and now we're bringing a lot of new age, so new technology, crypto. I think it's as well the future. Talking about AI, talking about new technology in general, it's important to have this bridge between the whole generation and the new generation. So the fact that Monaco is one of the main spots for like big entrepreneurs, luxury brands and everything, I think it's a good step for us to evaluate in a new age. So yeah, I think it's amazing.
Do you think people open to invest in Bitcoin or diversify into Bitcoin?
I believe so. I believe that it will cost less time. It will be more efficient, I would say. So yeah, it's a good mix.
I also met 2 government officials, one of them being my friend, and I had to ask them what they saw government's perception was about crypto and Bitcoin.
What do you think about the first major crypto conference here in Monaco?
It is in a very interesting location, but I can tell you it's making me walk a lot more than I've ever expected.
What do you think? Is it important? You're a diplomat, right? So is it important for companies and crypto enthusiasts to start organizing these kind of events in places that old money dominates?
Oh yeah, 100%. This is all about education. We need to start getting out to where the older money is to help them get into the space. Now, they're probably going to be forced into the space at some point, but if you can help, even old money come in, they can do a lot of impactful things, not just for our industry, but for many other industries, because they can utilize this technology. In the past, they could just do, oh, we'll put it into a charity, and the charity might do something. Whereas like this, they can put it into a blockchain charity, which can be transparent. They can do so many great things, and these sort of events are very good for it, as long as we are attracting them.
Where do you think the space is going next 12 to 18 months?
So I think we'll finish this cycle. We'll obviously always have the reset, but that's when we get back to work, and that's when the great things will actually happen. And I think that's when the institute, like the really strong family offices, old money starts coming in, because they would have watched it climb. It's all regulated, everybody's happy, and then it bursts, and it's like, oh, here's a little bit of an opportunity. Let's go.
Righto. First of all, thank you so much for taking the time. Second, I want to understand how you guys look at, in Estonia, always been about moving forward with innovation first. How do you see crypto? How do you see the future?
Estonia used to be kind of crypto 𝗙𝗘𝗏 in 2017 on. In 2019, we had 2,000 crypto licensed companies in Estonia. It was the biggest number in Europe. I am the president of Estonian Web3 Chamber since 2018, and I have been representing the industry since. And yeah, we have seen problems, we have seen remarkable success stories. But today, the landscape in Estonia is completely changed for the crypto. For example, today we have 38 𝗏𝗏s, licensed companies in crypto. The landscape has been changed. Estonia has become more regulated, very strongly regulated, even before the MiCA. And what we have advantage comparing with other European countries is that our digital infrastructure is really strong.
Can a country like Monaco, our old money, could move in, governments can move in? How do you see the government's response to crypto?
I think Monaco has a unique opportunity to be outside of European Union. The problem is that if Monaco banks want to communicate or change funds with European banks, they have to obey to the same rules. But still, I would really like to see that Monaco will show that Monaco has spine and do only smart decision and only making the industry regulated by smart and useful and privacy securing manner. This is the way you could do it. But I don't know. European Union is very strong in writing regulations, so that it's kind of difficult.
And talking about governments, we have to talk about regulation. I also talked to someone who is very on hand with the MiCA regulation, that is the new legislation within EU that regulates cryptocurrencies.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. I saw you on speaking on stage now. MiCA. What's happening with MiCA? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it good enough?
It's good. It's the best possible outcome we could have so far. It's not as good as it could be, you know, in an ideal scenario. But we got some regulation out there. The US doesn't have that. The UK doesn't have that. We have a regime that allows you to access to the entire EU. And I know it's an expensive regime. It's not proportional for small companies, but it's still a good thing to have some regime. So we're getting there.
How do you compare the US, you know, we have the Genius Act passing on stable coins, we have the US moving forward with legislation. How do you see the US and the EU in the crypto war, in the crypto advancement?
Well, at the beginning of the year, there was panic in the EU, and let me tell you about the UK, even worse, because they don't even have a regime. Like, we have over-regulated, the US is now coming for us, they're open for business. So at the beginning of the year, everybody was very scared that the US was going to eat up the entire market. I think now the US is discovering that getting regulation out there is not that easy. The Genius Act is a very positive step, but it's just stablecoins. The entire set of rules you need to have a full comprehensive regulatory regime is massive. So the US is actually behind still, and the EU has the opportunity to continue leading the way a bit.
First crypto conference here in Monaco. What do you think about the fact that there is a crypto conference here in Monaco?
Extremely encouraging, and I know that there has to be one next year, and it's going to be even better. These things, they pile up. I think we really needed one in Monaco. I'm not from Monaco, I've been here before, but you know, this is a place where big old money used to be. And where was the crypto ecosystem before? It's always been here, but it never had a hub to crystallize. I think now we have this, and I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing more of this in the future.
So it's been a long day. The vibe is absolutely incredible. A lot of people, a lot of builders, but it's time. It's Monaco. It is time to play poker. So I'm gonna play poker in about 30 minutes. Then we head to the party, and then tomorrow I am speaking at the conference. So big day. Enjoy the B-rolls. So guys, thank you so much. And my name is Fefe 𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗦, and I'm here to tell you why I believe Bitcoin is the most misunderstood revolution of our time. It took 7 years for Larry Fink to understand why Bitcoin is superior, but I really hope that I can be the light bulb for many of you in the next 15 minutes. And since there is only 21 million Bitcoin ever to be created, we have 10 Bitcoin per square meter in Monaco. And I want you to always remember that there is no second best. Thank you very much. And this is a wrap from the very first major crypto conference here in Monaco. We talk to friends, we talk to government officials, we talk to people who get into the industry, we talk to people who've been here for a long time, and one thing is clear, that it's up only. If you enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.